Okay, y'all, what's up? I'm gonna show you how I wrap my gifts. The gifts that I'm wrapping now are for my little brother, and yeah, they're for my little brother. So I know that he's not gonna watch this, so that's why I'm wrapping his, so I can show you guys exactly how I do it. I'm gonna do one slow, and then another one I'll speed it up so you guys can kind of see. But this is just a little quick fun video to show you how exactly I do them, because I think I'm the mom. And yeah, so background story, because there's always one. When I was younger, I used to want to, I don't know, I was bored. So I taught myself how to wrap gifts. And so ever since then, I have wrapped all the gifts for my family. Like, it's to the point where I told them, I was like, what happens if I get married and move out of the state? And they were like, we'll just bring all of our gifts to you for you to wrap them, and we'll have Christmas at your house. And I was like, oh, all right. So I'm gonna show you exactly how I wrap them. I'm not a professional, but this is something I learned on my own, and I think I'm pretty bomb at it. So take a look. Alright, so let's take a look here. So the first thing that I'm doing, of course, I grab the box. This is like the perfect example because it's not shaped weird. It's just a regular box. And I am measuring out the wrapping paper to see how big or how small I need it to be. The thing about this wrapping paper, or most of them these days actually, they have lines on them so that you can tell. Okay, so they have lines on them so you can tell exactly how you're measuring it out. Like it helps you measure out what you're doing when you're wrapping the gift. So luckily this one, I think this one had lines, or maybe it didn't, I don't know. But either way, I'm a professional, and so I don't really need the lines. But I did have some wrapping paper that had lines, and then some that did not. And some of it was actually fairly cheap because I went to the dollar store, but some of it was fairly not. So yeah. So now I'm doing my best to cut the wrapping paper evenly in a straight line, because that doesn't always happen, but it helps when you're actually wrapping the gift. Alright, so now that I have measured out the paper, I have cut it out, I have done everything that needs to be done. I am going to get started. So first thing I did was grab a piece of tape, fold one side of the wrapping paper down onto the actual gift and tape it down. Now for me, I like to add 2 pieces of tape on this part. Some people only add 1, but I like to be nice and sturdy. I don't want anything to fall apart as I'm wrapping it up. So now I'm folding the other end down and doing the same thing, taking a piece of tape and taping it down, and then another piece of tape and taping that down as well. Boom. So now we have the first part of it. Sometimes I add an extra piece of tape, but this time I didn't. So now we're going to go to the top. We're going to fold the sides of it in so that it gives you like a little triangle piece on the larger end of it, and just fold the triangles together and tape them down to the back. Now when you're doing this part, what I usually suggest is to tape them down towards the spot where you already can tell that the box was taped, if that makes sense. So like, I'm not going to tape it on the smooth side where I want people to see. I'm going to tape it on the other side that's already taped up. And so this is the final project. You can see I did that. Well, not the final project, but that's the one side that I did do. So now I'm going to flip it and do the other side and just do the same thing. Take both of the shorter ends and fold them in to give me like a little triangle. And then I'm going to take both flaps of the triangle and I'm going to fold them down and then tape them there. And this is the final project. Both sides are taped. It looks really good. It's nice and sturdy. It's not going to fall apart. And all done. So the only thing that I'm going to add to this now is a label, of course, so that they know who gave it to them and who it's for. And then I'm also going to add a bow on it, like a little ribbon bow to the top of it, and sit it under the tree once I am done with that part. And now we are finally finished. All the sides are taped down, the label is on the box, and so is their ribbon. So that one can go under the tree. And we can do another one so you guys can see what it looks like. This one I'm going to speed it up a bit so it doesn't take us so long to get through this one.